Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mirko and I'm your Italian tutor. Today I have a great lesson for you because for today we are going to learn about the Italian etiquette. What do you mean? How to use your fucking hands to speak Italian, because you don't need to learn Italian how to use your hands, but you can start using the basic Italian gesture to communicate with people. So your next trip is going to be cool. So let's start first. Why do we use the hands? We use our hands because maybe because we're lazy. No, I'm joking. We use our hands because we want to emphasize what we are saying or to empower our speech. Sometimes we don't need to say anything because we're pretty lazy, so we do a gesture that has its own meaning. So it's going to be really interesting for today. So let's get started. So the first one, which is the international and most common one, is what do you want? You can use two hands or just one hand. How do you do that? Let's do a tutorial. Open your hands, close your hands, you put close to your body and you start moving your hands up and down like this. If you want to use what do you want, you have to put also emphasis, like, do you get it? With your hands in this position, we have two different gestures, but they have two different meanings. So the first one, with the hands like this, you can do more. There is more. So I'm talking to you now. So if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you're going to learn more. Or another gesture is, after this video, I'm going to eat because I'm starving. So 3 new expression. I'm hungry. What do you want? This is the polite to say, but I can also say, what do you want? And then there is more. Let's go ahead. So the next one is in a context, for example, you're in the restaurant with your partner and you love the food that you are eating. So you are telling to your partner like, wow. This means, so basically you're kissing your hands. Mwah. It means that the food is so amazing that, wow, it's like you have an orgasm. Or it's better than sex. And with the Italian cuisine, I mean, you don't need sex. It's like a pleasure every single time. Then, let's go ahead. Let's say that you have a very boring day. So you're in university and your professor talks so slow and you think, oh. And then when you get home and you talk to your parents or your partner, you say, my God, today was... So you take 2 fingers and you don't put in that place, but you put it here and you do like 1 and 2. What does it mean or where does it come from? This comes from the hospital. So for example, you had a surgery and you're recovering in the bed of the hospital. Of course, not in the corridor. And you have like the intravenous feed. You know that intravenous feed is really, really slow. Sometimes it can take 1 hour or all day. So that is the meaning, like, oh, it's boring. And now we go to the delete section. So the rude one, because I know that you want to learn the rude one, isn't it? At the end of the day, when you learn a language, you want to learn the bad things. So the first one, I think every country has it, and it's international. We use it a lot. And it's like this, which is fuck. I know that in England you use this to say fuck off. And actually, when I was working in the hotel and I was checking in this guest, I said, so you have a reservation for 2 nights? And the guest looked at me like, I got inappropriate immigrant. Now, I didn't say that, but I could feel it, but it was a little bit inappropriate, but I didn't know the time. Please forgive me. For this reason, I prefer this one because it's clear. Because this one, it's like, I don't know, peace. No, it's like this, peace. Then, let's go ahead. So the rude one. If you want to say fuck off, or fuck in general, you can do like this. So you bend your arm and you clasp your hands. And you do like that. Situation. For example, you're talking to a friend and you're complaining about your manager because your manager is an asshole and is asking you to work overtime or to come on Saturday morning. Darling, it's a weekend. but you have to because it's in your contract. And you say to your friend, you know what I'm doing? I'm calling sick. Fuck. This is the meaning. Then we have another one which is like this. Ding. It's beautiful, eh? There are 3 meanings. First one. For example, you buy a ticket of the lottery, but your friend that is fucking jealous say, yeah, but you're not going to win, baby. Tiens. So this tiens is the equivalent is like touch wood. But we say tiens. When I use it here, but I cannot say like tiens because otherwise English people would look at me like, where do you come from? Brexit is coming. I know, babe. So I do only like this, like. Or this one, the second meaning is like cornuto. What do you mean? In cornuto, there are 2 different ways to say that. So, for example, usually you use it when we drive because we are getting crazy, we don't have patience, we want to speed up, but the car standing in front of you is slowing down so much because it's taking the piece, because it can see that you want to go, because you are running late. So, and you cannot pass the car because there are other cars coming. So what happened? Then you have an opportunity to pass the car and you do cornuto. And you also horn like cornuto. We become really Italian in that way. The other meaning of cornuto, and the other situation that you can use cornuto, is basically you're gossiping about one of your friends in the situation where the partner of this friend is cheating on him or her. So you're talking to, let's clarify. So I'm talking to Maria and I say, you know that Julia, this means that the boyfriend of Julia, or the girlfriend, it depends, is cheating on Julia. So you say, yeah, Julia is, you do like this. So, you're learning more and more. I have a lot of gesture because we use it really, really a lot. Then, 2 more, because I don't want to give you so much, because you have to memorize. So the next one is like, I don't care. You can say it, or you can only just do that. For example, you know that, I don't know, Maria bought a house. Means like, I don't fucking care. And the other one that it's, I think it's like when you think about Italian, you categorize in that way, it's like, I don't know. Buh. Important thing to remember, when it's true that Italian use here their hands to express feeling, express emotion, express whatever you like, but remember that we don't use hands, or we try to control it in business context, or if you have an interview, because it's considered quite lower class or like rude. Like, can you express yourself during this interview without using the hands? Because can you imagine, even though the interviewer is Italian, but can you imagine that you are explaining your experience, your qualification, and you start, no, because I have this, and you know, no, because I know. I mean, it looks like that you are a little bit freak, because it's a professional environment. You are having an interview to get a job. Stop doing that, please. So don't do that. And then, or in the business context, for example, in a meeting, or if you have a conference, you use your hands, but in a polite way. So, which is called, I think, opening. So, let's say that this is my screen. I would say, okay, so you can see in my screen that there is this one and this one. And what I'm trying to say is like, so you basically really control your hands in a polite way, just an opening. So here in this part of the, I don't know, of this presentation, we can see this one and this part. So you use it in a really polite way. Because can you imagine if in a conference the person, yeah, because there is this one, hey, and you start moving like this, everyone thinks like, what the fuck? Especially because the people will focus on your hands, not in what you are saying. So, Can you tell me which gesture do you like? Or which gesture did you know? Or which gesture would you like to use? Tell me in the comment below, and remember to subscribe, because in the next lesson we're going to learn more and more with Mirko, your Italian tutor. Have you seen now how much body language I used? Just to make an idea, like the common Italian how would use his body and his language in his gesture.